And a guy in the chat, Guygasm, saying maybe me. I think maybe referring to subbing, perhaps. Yeah, technically, North American players, like, there's no restrictions on who you can sub for, which region. So technically, you could. Usually, people not favoring that just because of ping problems, but it's an option as a nice steal and Sling goes through. And yeah, we are starting this 3v4, so hey, here we go.
Yeah, that was a nice. Who was it? Quackheads had a really good setup behind the goal there, and then that back chain from W.J.H.F.T.B just took him out.
And I see Irony Man going in there as Gilligan yells punches, and looking to steal that lunch is going to be Infiltrate, I believe, and Braymore taking that one away, slinging it through. But yeah, of course, Gilligan appreciating the punches in the chat, or the idea of them. Just the mere mention of punches gets him all in a, all in a disarray.
And I believe it was Infiltrate that made both of those stops so far, the one that actually grabbed the disc. Both of those attempts, as now they come in for a third attempt.
Oh, again!
Now Braymore with the save.
How many saves can you get in just one possession? Apparently 3 at least. And speaking of 3, there it is on the offense this time.
That right there, that's really something. You saw Quackheads had no less than 3 attempts to go in on that goal, and all 3 W.J.H.F.T.B was able to thwart, and then turning it around very quickly and sending it in for that 3.
So you know what?
First blood.
I feel like the magic number is 3 for W.J.H.F.T.B. It even rhymes, makes me happy. But yeah, 3 players here. They had 3 saves. They got the 3-point shot. What more can they do? Oh, there's 4. That's just an unlucky number for them. Terrible turn
Now
of
we do
events.
see Dazzy has shown up. Dazzy is just ended the game, so it looks like they do now have 4 17 minutes after start time. So opting for that 3v4 appears to be working out for them, as they're up by 1 with 8 minutes to go.
So does that mean their lucky number is now 4? I guess we'll have to see. But off it will go into the other side, taken back by Quackheads, going to be pressured mightily quick by Braymore. Braymore taking that one and sending it to the back pass, so resetting, opting for it. Just a slower play, not contested quite yet, as you see Braymore on the right side, and then they have Jock on the barrier. So meanwhile, 1 up on goal, just kind of looking a bit frightened right here. He's absolutely in horror at the moment over what's unfolding on the wall.
And I'm not sure if they're aware. I believe a few Quackheads players are in totally open columns as they comment on their analysis of the other team's players. It seems almost out of place, but very candid from these guys.
Yeah, he's just sitting over there frozen on the wall. Don't know what happened. He's still over there as Middleman drags it up to the front. Dishes it past the Flash Flood, and there is the goal.
Oh, that is unfortunate. That does look like some crash behavior there. With him, with Dazzy just frozen on that wall, and and they're all yelling at him right now. I don't know why, but
because he was sitting there.
They loaded into that room. They just started yelling at him.
He was sitting there watching paint dry. Dimwi, I would yell too.
Oh, I think it's the fact that it was because Jock is that just such a thick. I mean, of course, they're all gonna have the thick European accents, but Jock's accent cracks me up. And what a shot there for Flash Flood, bringing that one in. But yeah, sorry that maybe my my American exceptionalism. We'll just go with that. Yeah.
You are an exceptional American indeed, sir. 6-3 here for Quackheads. And yeah, I guess we're ones to talk about accents. The way we say things. How many names have I said slightly wrong this season that I've had to correct it just on my own accord? I try though. Like I said, I'm gonna send out a survey next season and actually ask every single player, hey, how do you pronounce your name? I don't care if it looks simple. Tell me how to pronounce it correctly. So Irony Man gets that one off the nice assist from Gob.
And I believe that was another 4-on-3 situation. We had seen Dazzy come back out after what looked like a crash, but then they when they launched that time, they were without him.
He's over there.
There's definitely some.
He's over there
going on in the tube.
Over there, the spawn. He was doing the 1-2 step. Don't know if you caught it, but I sure did on cam. And by 1-2 step, I mean he is seeing some jank right now. Over here, though, missing Jock's hands. I keep calling him Joke, but no, it's no joke. It is Jock. He is an absolute athlete, hence Jock. But over here it goes to Braymore. Braymore taking it off that top wedge, just trying to dodge around and find one of his teammates here as they spread out the floor. More jukes going through as Braymore brings it up to the top.
Dazzy is coming in on the backfield here, so they do now are at full strength here, coming in on this attack. And oh, what a shot there. The feed from Braymore to infiltrate. Not to interrupt you, I apologize.
Oh no, it's all good. I'm all about keeping up to date on the Dazzy situation. This is an incredible development here on this Saturday.
And Jock has been shouting all sorts of something ever since Dazzy got into the game. Every time they go to that locker room, I can hear him going. I just can't quite make out what he's saying.
I assume it's best I keep it muted. I'm so curious, though. You keep mentioning as that 3 just misses.
Yeah, it's after what the line of what I just heard. Yeah, definitely keep them muted right now.
Okay, if you insist. Over here, though, it is Jock and Dazzy. Braymore gets the intercept, goes for that ramp, and just misses.
Ooh.
So floats back up to the hands of Irony, and he'll take it away as perhaps him and Middleman can link up in the back line for some stacking.
Though, I mean, to be honest, there's almost something too. It is technically vulgar, but I think it could ultimately contribute to entertainment value. So maybe something to talk about in the future, because it is it does add a little bit here.
Absolutely on the pass, Irony Man going for that. But yeah, it's been considered. I don't know. At times, I definitely want to hear the comms, but then sometimes people say things that just make me faint. Not really, but you know, gotta find a good mix. But a lot of these players, you know, they like to have fun, be funny. It's always entertaining, especially if I'm not the one doing the camera work. So I'm just casting, and someone else is camming. I usually keep the player comms on, and usually gives me a few chuckles per match anytime we're doing that. So hey.
Well, I think ultimately what's going on, aside from the extracurricular discussion that's going on, I think Dazzy might be having trouble getting into their player comms. Ooh, a nice backward shot there from Gobshed, dropped by 7 here. But I think that's why Jock is having to basically bark commands out and open. I think Dazzy hasn't been able to get on there. I think that's why Dazzy kept falling out, was trying to get into player comms, wasn't able to get there. That's my speculation at this point.
Gotcha. That makes sense, I guess. As they launch out here. So a quick tap clear. Looks like maybe not the joust they wanted. So back to Quackheads, up by 7 points right now. Maybe a turnover going to Gob. He'll send a deep one, but intercepted right back. And then back again to the blue side as that goes pretty close to a goal, but still rebounded by Infiltrate. Can't make the goal.
Oh, no.
It's a little bit of a missed opportunity.
Tried to go off the backboard there, just a little bit too low, but he could have just reached up and dunked it instead. Obviously, that's hindsight's 2020. No beef to him. He couldn't have known exactly how much pressure he was under when he took that shot.
The year is also 2020, and Middleman will come through with it. On the other end, actually intercepted right back by Infiltrate. Almost snuffed out by the defense, but still collected by Braymore. Braymore getting struck and losing the disc again here as he takes position on the nest, trying to maybe wait for his teammates to find him. So there's Infiltrate. They do indeed find Braymore, but a great save right at the last second by Middleman. Just as he was getting stunned, managed to knock that out. And he should knock it out. He always impresses with his goalkeeping skills.
Yeah, that was an amazing grab there by him for it coming up from high. He sends a one hand out to grab it as he's getting stunned. And then, oh man, coming back. And another great save there from Infiltrate. Infiltrate's had the hands all game.
So I guess that goalie week continues here in Europe. We mentioned it yesterday during that Alpha Ducks match. Trying to remember who it was against off the top of my head now, but I kind of want to find out.
I believe
Alpha Ducks Smash Dash. That's right. Yeah, that game, because we showed the highlights just before this stream started. And that one, I think, collectively, just between all 8 players, perhaps the most saves we've seen in a competitive match, just as like a whole, an 8-unit collective. And yeah, it's been the case all week. If I recall, I believe Taco on Thursday it was in one of the other matches that Jesters had earlier in the week. He had a ridiculous amount of awesome saves. Goalie week continues, all I'm saying.
Now with only 8 seconds to go, it's looking like this one's going to be in the hands of Quackheads as we try to send that one down for the ice here. So round 1 to Quackheads. Well played by them. Of course, W.J.H.F.T.B having some difficulty, presumably, with their comms. I shouldn't say I speculated that, but from what I've gathered, that appears to be the case, or was the case.
Right.
But I'm not 100% on it. But they played well despite starting 3v4, ending up 3v4 in a handful of situations, even after Dazzy showed up, presumably having some difficulties of his own.
Yeah. Well, he's here now, and I mean, all things considered, not the worst, I guess, turnabout that could have been. I mean, 12-5. It's still relatively close. I mean, not as close as W.J.H.F.T.B would have liked, but they do have about a minute here. I mean, 30 seconds from now, but to maybe get themselves all situated in the comms and figure out what they need to do. And round 2 could very much be within their grasp. Also, yo to Duller and Guy Gasm in the chat. Yo-yo. Do people still yo-yo these days? I have not seen an actual yo-yo in an awful long time.
I think so, but I think it's significantly more niche than it was back in like 2001, 2002.
Just a random note. I mean, one of those things. I could not.
Or even the 90s.
I couldn't name you the last time I've seen a yo-yo. It's been years.
I swear I see him pop up in cool little videos periodically on social media, Twitter, Reddit, that kind of thing.
Or maybe even, going in for the shot, Flash Flood. About to say, maybe even TikTok, but speaking of clocks, no time wasted off that one on 5 seconds off the joust. Very, very quick recovery for that shot.
Yeah, it was. Flash Flood picking up that feed. Probably a headbutt from Middleman, and able to put that one in before W.J.H.F.T.B is able to even turn around. And oh no, misplay with the disc there.
Misplay, and they're in some dismay with that disarray will not result in a missed play. You're welcome for that one. Goes to Middleman here. Recovered all 4 members of Quackheads. Looking for a pass into the tunnel, but intercepted by Braymore. Looking for that open shot, will be a bit off, and rebounded here by Middleman. So now Braymore does take this away. Oh, jukes through all the defenders and finds himself a contender of a beautiful goal. How was that? Like, look at this replay here. Looked like one of those basketball ankle breaker moves. Look at that! Oh, bam! Out the way. Move.
Yeah, that was definitely something there to kind of goes, shows like he's juking right and then double jukes to the left there, throwing that defender off. I'm gonna have to, I might have to borrow that one.
That was this goal goes in here for 3 softly for Flash Flood. That's one of those things. Only in VR can you get a zero gravity double ankle breaker. Makes the basketball fan in me quite pleased.
And that was a quick turnaround there. That was a 9-second goal there from Quackheads, putting that one in. So very, very quick response from Quackheads after that 2 from Braymore.
And Irony Man takes it here. Oh yeah, Braymore doing some good work. He was productive in yesterday's game as well. Again, one of those, whoa, almost goes in for the goal there. As Gob takes it away, and Braymore, here comes the man. Striking, but not finding the disc, but maybe on the rebound. He does, so Braymore kind of doing it all. He gets the punch, knocks the disc loose, finds a quick boost to even recover the disc first. Unfortunately, the team does turn it over here, so it's back to Quack.
And a good grab from Gob as he sends it in deep, but not quite on. And now turned over. Braymore going to send that one back out, but good look there from Gob in that tube shot.
So a lot of brawling going on the other side as 3 players for Quackheads all recollect, looking for that immediate chain. Braymore right back, though, in the front line, as he's often been the last few minutes, it would seem. But again, 3 players for Quackheads. It's always just a pile of them, a flock of ducks. Is that what you call a lot of ducks? Flocks? I think so.
I am not an ornithologist.
Why not?
That's probably the wrong field of study as well, just to express how ignorant I am on the subject.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's avianologist. Something pretty close to that anyways.
I almost feel like Googling. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and Google this.
An avianarian. Well, let me know your progress on that Google Foo as you'll Google through for the missed shot and recollected by Flash Flood. Looking for a clear right down the mid, or the tunnel rather, the tube, whatever it is, they get it, and they're in a groove. Maybe, no, it's Infiltrate taking that away. Just clutches it and sends it back, but another intercept in the mid-line. It's middle. Man, does he find the middle of the goal? Does not. Quite close, though. But
yeah, for the record, ornithology is the scientific study of birds.
You know, you just planned that all along just to show off and make me look a fool. Over here, though, goes to the bottom of the goal, maybe rebounded, and will it be in? No, absolutely not. Irony Man denies it, sends it through.
I do have to give some credit to a Family Guy gag from back in like 2003.
Wait, you are basing your information off a Family Guy sketch? Now that is playing with fire.
I mean, I figure, you know, a joke, there has to be some factual basis to a joke for it to be funny, right?
But, I mean, yeah. But just to the merit of that, oh, nice shot. Good merits on that one, but...
I just because now I feel compelled to explain it. The context was the whole gag was Peter Griffin was obsessed with that "Bird is the Word" song, and so he kept tricking people into asking them what's the word, so he could go "the bird is the word" and run through the whole thing. So ornithological was a reference in there, an ornithological article. Sorry, so that's where it comes from.
I haven't heard that before. But
You
over
ever heard
here,
what, the song?
now see, I was doing the bit too.
Oh,
I was doing the gag. You know what is a gag? Geese.
Wow.
Gaggle of geese. See, it all comes around the right way. So maybe these aren't the quackheads are there. I mean, do geese quack?
I mean, hold on.
They honk. They honk. I think.
You set me up perfectly for a phenomenal gag, and I completely missed it. And I feel like I seriously missed out on something special. And
yeah.
now this whole cast is ruined.
Makes me sick. Makes me want to gag even. Over here, though, it goes to Flash Flood. He'll take it away. Sends it through. A nice intercept, turning into a great three for Braymore. Offensive Claymore.
Yeah, what a shot there from Braymore under pressure, sending it in from 24 meters out. That was beautiful. Beautiful shot.
Definitely. That was just great. Braymore continuing his role. He's swinging for the fences and finding himself the recipient of a lot of discs, a lot of shots, and just great plays all around. Here rolling out for Quack, though, and it's a 4-point game. There's under 4 minutes left. Quackheads trying to come through with maybe a shot here. Rebuttal. No, Braymore trying to knock it away with his head this time. And outside the bubble, so at least forces in the reset. Whoa, quick shot there taken back and sent through, but another intercept to soften the clear, unfortunately. So Gob will just get this hook shot of sorts on a few defenders in there.
And Infiltrate has been the man with the hands in this series so far. He is, I'm going to have to double check again. But yeah, he's already got 5 saves. The series high. There's plenty of saves to go around. But yeah, Infiltrate, saves, steals, interceptions. He's been on it this series.
Sendo target in there as this another steal goes on for Quack. Looks like W.J.H.F.T.B will get it back, though. Sendo saying Street Boo has geese. Ask him. I think geese honk more so than quack. I mean, it's kind of, they're similar, quacks and honks, but at the same time, it's a different thing. So yeah.
I'm pretty sure you were talking about geese, though. You were talking about a gaggle of geese.
Yeah. And I was asking because in relation to quackheads, like, do geese quack or do they honk? I'm not sure, but I think they honk. As this one tries to go through for a 3, that's almost in, but not quite. Braymore is there for another takeaway. Sends it to his teammates right deep down there, but another intercept taken this time by Middleman. And back and forth it will go. Flash Flood ending up with it. Gonna need to take a shot here soon, and he does. Actually gets a 2. So Flash Flood, there you go. 13 points for Quackheads.
What a shot there from Flash Flood from up above. That's a hard one to read because at that angle, he could have hit the top side of the circle and set it into the bottom of the goal, but instead he opts for that backside triangle, the triangle on the backboard, puts it in right near the top. So what a great shot there from Flash Flood. Really hard for the goalie to read.
Yeah, definitely, just a tight corner. Played very well there. Got some precision on it. Dazzy couldn't find the precision quite on the first grab. or the second one. Gets to Braymore, however. He's going to be just draped on, and Middleman with one of his world-famous saves right head-on the goalkeeping end. I mean, it's what he does as Dazzy takes this pass and tries to make that one, can't get it through, and now Middleman slaps it out. So Middleman now doing a bit of everything too.
A lot of good looks there from W.J.H.F.T.B right before that turnover. Some great shot opportunities, but unfortunately, 2 or 3 dings to stop them, and then a deep 3 from Middleman from that trench to turn it over. And that might just be the ice, as they're going to be coming out with less than a minute to go, down by 11.
Yeah, couldn't quite get it together there on the stacks for W.J.H.F.T.B. I mean, they got the first stack. They started their stack earlier, but just the grabs from Quackheads able to get to the disc faster, despite the delayed start. And the 3, even better, finding that open window while they could. So clear here will be sent out just through the hands of a defender as it goes close to the goal. Taken here by Quackheads. Got a stunned out Dazzy in the goal. And Gob just trying to do what he does, brawl and cause all kinds of trouble for him. And Quackheads just maintaining control. Last 30 seconds, 25 on the clock. So perhaps last shot coming in if they can make it, but instead an intercept, and Dazzy will try and send it out to the other side. Taken right back by Middleman, and then they'll find the goal. So that will be the game-ending shot there for Quackheads, 18-5, and taking this victory in the second.
Yeah, I mean, it was, despite the score here, I mean, that 13-point differential is fairly large, but despite that differential, both teams playing very well. We saw a lot of great looks from W.J.H.F.T.B, then infiltrate in goal was absolutely phenomenal. But you look at the game-high points, 17 to Flash Flood, which is a ton. Then game-high saves going to Middleman with 6. And that was infiltrate with 5 game-high saves on his team over there. So kind of really came down to that defensive play of Quackheads to stop a lot of those response goals from going in from W.J.H.F.T.B.
Yeah. Well, Like, I mean, the thing is, too, you see on Quackheads there, obviously Middleman was 6, and then you have the other 2 credits, so 8 saves on their side of things. Meanwhile, look at W.J.H.F.T.B, though. They have 11, if my quick math is correct. So they have more saves on W.J.H.F.T.B, but couldn't quite convert those defensive plays into goals on the other end. So that definitely is a difference maker, despite their otherwise really nice defense over on the orange side. But Quackheads ultimately able to defend when they needed to. Maybe not as much as W.J.H.F.T.B was, but they defended when they needed to, and more importantly, they got to the disc on the other side, and they found their goals, and that's really the difference maker here as they come away with a win, and as our stats get wiped. But at least we got a minute of it, so we could read some of them off.
Yeah, but otherwise, well played from both teams. Really good game, a lot of back and forth, a lot of great saves, steals, interceptions, a lot of great passing, a lot of really awesome quick plays as well, where we saw goals being scored in less than 10 seconds of launches a couple times.
Yeah.
Which is exciting to see. That 5-second off of the joust, exciting to see. So definitely well played from both the teams here.
Yeah. And, well, I'm excited to see what W.J.H.F.T.B comes with next in terms of rosters and so on, because they're an interesting team to watch in that regard. Obviously, a bit of a, quickly put together, casual kind of thing. You want the badges, whatever. You're here. That's what counts. Like I said at the beginning. So looking forward to see what they pull off and how they fill their roster spots if they continue on playing. And for Quackheads, though, they're going to be happy here just to take another win on the season, and they'll go to a record of 2-3 off of that. Now, real quick, as we check this schedule, we do have a game coming up again in about 21 minutes or so.
2 games, in fact.
2 games, yeah. So they'll both be casted on separate channels, so we can get them both featured here. But it'll be Team Cookie and Galaxy, as well as Nebula and Spaghetti. So one of them will be casted by myself, and the other one by Dimwi's self. So at least as it stands right now. But yeah, check that out. It's coming in 20 minutes. And then after that, we'll follow over to Vertigo and Fusion. on whatever channel I'm streaming on, presumably 1. And then at 4:30 Mountain Time, 5:30 Central, it's Guinness and 6 Foot Over, and that'll be the conclusion of our Saturday schedule. So 5 games today. We just got done with 1. And yes, so join us back here mighty soon. I've been Palidore. This has been SirDimwi, VR Master League. And yeah, thanks for everyone in the chat for tuning in and for chatting. We'll be back very soon.